So, what do you like think is the hardest part? I'll get a little closer, my bad. What do you think is like the hardest part about like being on the road? I think it's pooping.
Pooping?
Yeah, I was thinking about that this morning.
Why do you have such a hard time pooping?
Like I just like pooping at my house.
You like the comfort and safety of pooping
and
at your
I didn't
house.
want to poop at Bridget's house.
That's
so I
very
held
fair.
it in, and then I went this morning, and it was like a lot.
Oh wow!
Sorry, it was TMI to start off.
No, that's fun. I'm proud of you for that. I never got the like being insecure about pooping places thing because I'm just like the kind of person where it's like I don't want to have to poop, but like if I have to poop, I'm gonna poop wherever. Like
Really?
It's gonna happen. Like if I'm at some random person's house, it's gonna happen.
Not a lot of ladies have that kind of confidence.
I know. It's not confidence. I think it's irritable bowel syndrome. I'm not happy about it. It just kind of...
You're angry.
I'm very upset about it. I remember in like 8th grade, I had a crush on this person. And like she was like, we were like all hanging out at her house. And then I had to like poop really bad. And I felt really awkward about it. And then I just kind of sat in shame in the bathroom and like... was just like, now I gotta go back out there.
Was a girl the first person you had a crush on?
Well, no, so she transitioned, so she is currently a woman, but was not previously.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, she was like my first, like, not my first crush, but like in middle school, like my big crush in middle school.
Yeah.
But yeah, we're still kind of friends. She's a DJ now, which is pretty cool.
That is cool.
Yeah.
And you're a stand-up comedian, Hannah Belmont.
It worked out. We were in a band together for a little bit when we were in 8th grade because I had this weird history teacher who ran a jazz band with his students where he played guitar and he would just like, I was the singer and like he was like a huge trumpy and like he kicked a kid out of my class for wearing a Bernie shirt.
Yeah.
And then he retired, and he said he posted on Facebook when he retired that he was moving to Florida to deport all the illegals. And then,
how was he going to do that by himself?
I don't know. He had a gun in the picture, so I think that's what he thought. I don't think he knows what deporting means. He was for quite a long time. He had a rat tail for a little bit, and then I Googled him recently, and now he's a Freemason.
Oh
so,
man.
Yeah, but he would hate.
You can Google that.
Well, if you Google his name, the first thing that comes up is Freemason Society, and then his like profile on their website, which I didn't know you can make a profile on a Freemason website, but it's like I guess it's like Christian Mingle, but like for Freemasons.
Yeah, for incels.
Yeah, for like horrendous people.
Yeah, they're gonna end up fucking each other.
Probably, honestly, he was such a freak, but. That's how I met this girl. We were in that band together. Okay. But yeah.
Nice. What instrument did you play?
I sang, and then she played drums.
Okay.
But yeah, it was wild.
Do you still sing? Perform?
Occasionally, like not. I don't sing a lot, but sometimes.
Yeah.
But it's fun. I got my degree in theater, so it's like a thing, but comedy's more the thing.
I'm like really, really nervous to sing in front of people.
Why?
I don't know.
You're just shy about it?
Yeah, and I feel like
pooping and singing are your two fears.
I feel like, you know how people always say that stand-up comedy is like very insane to do, like it's the most insane art form.
Yeah.
I feel like it's singing, because singing is like soft yelling.
Soft yelling.
Yeah, if you raised your voice while you were singing, you would just be yelling.
I mean, I guess volume-wise, yeah, I suppose that makes sense.
Yeah.
That's so funny. Yeah, I think for me, singing was also more stressful because it's like you have to do, at least in like musical theater, they were like so hard on you about like certain technique and stuff. So if you like fucked up, they were like singing. Voice teachers are so sweet, but they are very intense. Yeah. And so they'd be like very angry if you fucked up a technique thing. Whereas in stand-up, it's like if you fuck up, it's like people are just like, you idiot. Like. It's much more chill. Yeah, and there's like ways to get out of fucking up in stand up. Oh yeah, too. Like you can weave your way. Yeah, but like Rand Barnaclo's so good at it. Have you seen him? I've only seen clips of him. I want to see him live though because I've heard he's really good. Yeah, he'll do stuff sometimes where he'll like say something that like makes the audience just be like, oh, what? But then the next thing he says is hilarious. And they're like right back on board. It's like, it's wild. Like I wonder if like I'll ever be like that. I kind of feel like I have to make a first impression right away when I'm on stage. Like I either
like how well I do in the first minute kind of like depicts like how the rest of the set's gonna go for real.
I think that's how like most stand-up people or like stand-up is, but I do think there's a way to win it back like halfway through. I think as long as you just like establish a connection first, like you're chilling.
Yeah. Admitting to like bombing kind of works too sometimes.
Yeah, like getting on the same level.
Even though you're not really supposed to do
that. That's
the
true.
Headliners in Cincy like will come up to me and be like, "Hey, dude, stop doing that." Just do your jokes. Don't riff about how bad you're doing.
Just be chill.
Yeah,
that's so funny.
I appreciate that though. There's like such a high standard there. Yeah.
I try so hard not to let it show if I'm bombing, but I get so flustered easily.
Yeah,
but I think I've been better at getting like more chill with it, where it's like, okay, this is fine. I'll be fine. Everything's fine.
Do you feel like you do better when you're in a good mood?
No, I think I do better when I'm like in a horrendous mood, which is like, I don't know why. Well, actually, no, I think I do know why. So I think the reason is because like, whenever I'm in like either like I've had a horrible day at work or like I'm manic from like being late to something, that's what I do best. And I think it's because like when I'm in a shitty mood, I'm like, at least I have stand up. Like this is the one thing that's gonna hopefully make me happy today. And then when I'm manic, it's just like more energy. Yeah. What about you?
It goes either way. There's been some sets where I've been like really pissed off, like really upset with someone, and I crushed, and I was so surprised. Like I had no idea, like that. Like I thought I was gonna do terrible, but then I've also had like sets where I'm in a great mood, and I do well. But then on the flip side, I've had sets where I'm in like the best mood ever, and then I do have the worst set ever.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
I think it's always just like things that keep you on your toes always lead to good sets.
Yeah.
Because I feel like if you get too comfortable in a set, that's when it gets a little weird.
Yeah.
I try to be as uncomfortable as possible all the time.
Really?
No, not actually. I've been told, people have like come up to me and been like, you seem frightened constantly. And I'm just like, I don't know what I'm doing to seem frightened. I'm just kind of like here.
Yeah.
But yeah, I don't know. I've been told I sometimes seem uncomfortable.
So
but I think it works.
Did you start in Cleveland?
No. So I started in June of 2021, which was the summer before my sophomore year of college. Okay. And I started in the suburbs of Chicago. Okay. And then I came back to school in Oberlin, and in like October, because we had like a freakishly long summer break because of COVID.
Why'd you go to Chicago that summer?
Oh, no, I lived there. I'm like from there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and so I lived in like the suburbs of Chicago my whole life.
Nice.
And then, so I was there, then I came back to school, and then I just kind of like went back and forth between like doing stand-up in Cleveland and then doing stand-up in like Chicago / the Chicago suburbs. And then once I graduated, I immediately moved to Chicago. Like literally 3 days after I graduated.
Word. What's your degree in?
Theater.
Okay.
Theater and arts management.
Do you want to be an actress too?
I like acting. I think for a really long time I only wanted to do like acting and theater stuff, but then like once I started doing stand-up, I was like, this is like, I like this the most, I think, out of all the things. But acting is definitely like the other thing that I love. It's so much fun.
Yeah. Dude, the first time I did stand-up and I got a pop, I was like, this is the best thing ever.
Dude,
I was
so
like, what
cool.
is going on?
It's awesome.
Because like, I don't know. There's like very few situations in life where that many people are paying attention to what you're saying. So maybe it had something to do with that. Maybe it had something to just do with like being silly for the first time. Yeah. For 5 minutes. But yeah, I remember like having that feeling like during my first open mic, like, oh, I have to come back to this.
It's so much fun. Well, because how long have you been doing stand-up?
2 years.
Okay, cool. I've been doing like 3.
Nice.
But yeah, I remember because I did like speech team in high school and I did comedy for speech team. And I remember when I got a laugh for that, it was insane. And then I did like I did the camps at Second City when I was 16 and 17, and they had like very minimal stand-up in it. It was like they had like, so it was like probably like 6 hours a day, like 45 minutes was stand-up each day. And then they had an open mic at the end of it. And then I remember doing it when I was 16 and people like laughed, and they laughed at something I didn't think they were gonna laugh at. And that was the coolest thing because I was like, oh, I'm making these people laugh. And I didn't even think this was funny. Like,
so you did the class when you were 16?
I did so they had a camp.
Okay.
And it's like, it was basically like a 2-week-long camp each summer.
Yeah.
Where you would do like mostly sketch and improv.
Was it mostly high school students?
Yeah, it was like, I did it they had like some younger kids camps because I think you could do it up until you were 18. And I did it at 16 and 17. But it was like such a fun time and I like learned a lot. And I'm glad I did it because I remember one of my teachers, I was like, I want to do stand-up. Like, I really like this. And he was like, people are going to be really mean to you. And I was like, okay, cool. Because I was like a 16-year-old girl. And then COVID happened. And I didn't start till I was 19. And I was like, all right, this is perfect.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's so cool getting the first like laugh.
Yeah. Did it like take you a while to like go to the first open mic? I guess you did, like, you said you did that one as part of the camp, but, like, after that.
Yeah, so I, like, did the last open mic at Second City. So I just did 2. It was, like, when I was 16, 17. And then when I was a senior in high school, some, like, people on speech team were like, oh, go to this open mic in the suburbs. They let people under 21 go. Mm-hmm. Like, you should do that. And then, like, when I was 19 and, like, that June of that year, I finally went because COVID like had died down and they reopened. And so yeah, kind of it took like 2 years after my first technical open mic. Pretty much. Did
you keep writing?
I did. I wrote so much. Like, it was bad because I didn't I used to be the person that would write everything word for word, and I cannot do that now.
I have to do that.
I cannot. I have to bullet point.
I have to do that because I'm so...
If I, like, write it all out word for word, it sounds so rehearsed when I say it. Mm-hmm. And so I have to, like, bullet point and then just, like, find my way around each point.
Yeah. I'm a word for word person because I'm so forgetful. Mm. Yeah. I have to, like, know what I'm saying. Mm-hmm. But, like, to your point, it does, like, when I do jokes for the first, like, 10 times, they sound so rehearsed. They sound so robotic. But, yeah, I also, like... I wrote for like a year before I even got the confidence to like get up at an open mic, just because I thought like everything that I was writing was so bad.
Yeah.
And I had no idea how to write a joke until like a year in.
It was so weird because I went from writing like sketch stuff mostly in high school to like stand up, and it's such a weird transition to like figure out. But like, yeah, it's a weird vibe. I don't know. I recently revisited something that I had like kind of written before I started stand-up, and I was like, oh, this is so weird to like think about this. It's so strange. Yeah.
Do you see yourself like writing any like screenplays or books?
Yeah, I want to. I really like, because I wrote my first I made my first short film.
Oh.
In like my senior year of college, so like a few months ago.
Yeah, no way. What's it called?
It's called Broth. It's like it's not a comedy. It's like very like dramatic.
Oh,
but it's like,
do people die in it?
No one dies.
Okay.
But I like really liked it, and I really wanted to like, I don't know, I really want to like write more of that because I had a sketch idea in high school that I was told was like too long to be a sketch, but it would be a good short film. So I've been meaning to like fully write that, but I just like haven't had the time, because I don't know if you do this too. I'm the kind of person where it's like I have to be in I'm in one writing mode at a time. Like it's like I can only write sketch right now, or I can only write stand-up right now. And I feel like I've mostly just been like in a stand-up mindset for a really long time, so I just haven't gotten around to like, except for when I was writing that other screenplay. So now I'm just like, okay, I need to get back into this mode.
That fucked me up in grad school when I started stand-up, like the summer before my last year, because I started enjoying writing jokes so much that it was like academic writing seemed so pointless. But but in reality, it's the other way around. Like jokes have 0 point to them.
I don't know if academic writing has that much point. I hated academics. I was the same way. I would always get so mad because for the writing class I took at college, I had to like be in like essay mode, and I like I'm like, this isn't like, I don't want to be writing this. This is stupid. But now I'm done with that. Thank God. No more education.
I don't know if I am or not. Sometimes I think about going back for my PhD.
What did you study?
Both my bachelor's and my master's are in communication.
Oh, wow.
Communication
okay.
studies, rhetoric. Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it was like a lot more than I expected it to be. When I first got into the major I went to a school called Marian University. Mm-hmm. It's in where'd you go to college?
I went to Oberlin College.
Is that like a Division III school?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. Do they have a football team?
We do.
Okay. Are they any good?
No.
Yeah. I went to Marian to play football. I was a kicker.
Oh, hell yeah.
And a punter.
You probably went against Oberlin at some point.
I don't think so.
Were you guys D3 or?
It's like NAIA.
It's
like another thing.
There's another thing?
There's another thing.
I don't know anything about sports.
It really they don't matter.
Okay.
They help people get into college.
That's a good thing though, sometimes.
Yeah. No, it does matter. Like I have friends that like still coach and stuff, so. But yeah, that was really kind of like the only reason I wanted to go to college. I wanted to play football, so I didn't know what I wanted to major in. So I chose secondary education. But then like a few days before the first day of school, I was like, nah, I don't want to be a teacher because that's what my parents do. And I didn't want to be like my dad.
Mm-hmm.
So,
fair.
Yeah, I was just like going through the list of majors and I was like, I could be better at talking, so communication sounds good, but then it was like all writing.
Oh.
Yeah. But
that'll do it.
Yeah. Yeah, that was kind of a poor synopsis of my academic journey.
No, that's great. That's great. So you have your PhD or your master's?
No, I have my master's.
What's the difference between a master's and a PhD?
PhD is you're a doctor.
Okay.
Yeah.
I don't know anything academic either. I don't know sports or academics. Those are the two things that I don't know anything about. Okay, but that's fun. How long does it take to get a PhD in
4 years.
4 years?
Yeah.
So
I would have to go for another 4.
You would have gone to school total for 12 years to get
10.
10? Wait, is a master's 2 years?
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Still, that's a lot of years.
Yeah.
Okay.
It is, and like 2 felt like such a long time.
Yeah.
In a master's program, so I don't know if I would have the heart for it, but
yeah.
I might went in like my 30s.
Yeah, in your 30s.
Yeah, I'm gonna adjunct this semester.
Okay, what does adjunct mean?
It's like an assistant professor, but like one step below. So I'm like part-time with the University of Cincinnati.
Oh, that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. Teaching the youth.
Are you doing anything else besides stand-up?
I mean, I have like weird day jobs. Like I give bike tours, and then I work at a vegan restaurant, and then I help manage social media for a banana ice cream company.
Okay.
So I just have like the most miscellaneous jobs.
Are you vegan?
No.
You just love the lifestyle?
No, I don't even give a fuck about the lifestyle. My brother's allergic to eggs, so I know like mildly about like not eating eggs, and then I'm allergic to gluten, so I know about allergies.
Okay.
I don't know. I'm not a vegan though.
Is that celiac? Is that what
I'm
that's
not
called?
celiac. No,
it's just an allergy.
But celiac is like a disease. I'm like mine's more mild than that, but yeah, that's yeah. Are you vegan?
No, I'm not. I tried it for like a week one time. Then I ate a chocolate chip cookie, and I was like, "Oh, this has milk in it." So I gave up.
You
on
gave
the
up that
lifestyle.
quickly?
Yeah, I have psoriatic arthritis, so I got psoriasis like really bad when I was in college, and I like couldn't figure out what it was. So I like tried a bunch of different diets, but then I stopped drinking, and that'll do it. Yeah, that really helped.
Hell yeah! So you don't drink at all?
No.
Oh, nice. Okay.
Yeah, I did like recreationally like early on in college, but then like later on in undergrad and in grad school, I would like drink by myself.
Oh,
I get like super fucked up. Yeah, so then like that was also a problem, and it was affecting my physical health. So like, yeah, I had to.
That's very fair.
I had to realize it was a thing. Yeah.
So how long have you been sober from alcohol for? California sober?
Let me check.
You have it on your. You have one of those countdown things.
Calling me out for my weed pen right now.
I
see you.
I'm not. I respect anybody who can smoke weed and still function normally.
Where is it? SpongeBob is not sober, buddy. Yeah, it's this cute little app with like these fuzzy animals.
Oh wait, that's adorable.
Yeah, and it asks you how you're feeling for the day.
Hell yeah. 113 days?
But I haven't checked it for a few, so...
Oh, gotcha.
It gives you an update after this thing.
Okay, I love this. This is adorable.
119.
Okay, so that's pretty solid. That's like a couple months.
Yeah, the longest I've when I got to grad school, I stopped. I made it 150 days, but then I got back on the wagon really, really quickly. It's real, dude. It's so going to school is so hard.
It is. I was sober for 3 months at school, and that was tough because I was just I needed a reset. And then it was great, but I got dogged on so hard because it was my senior year too.
Yeah.
And the college students didn't care. It was more so the Cleveland comics who were you're 21, why aren't you drinking? And I'm I'm sorry, just give me a break. I'm taking time off.
Yeah. I've kind of noticed it the opposite way around. When I was in undergrad especially, I was really pressured to drink. That was kind of the whole vibe at my school. But I feel there's so many, not so many, but there's a handful of Cincinnati comics that are sober. They go to AA or NA.
Yeah.
And being around them has really helped me kind of understand what my limits are and how to talk about feelings. Especially if I'm feeling shitty and I want to get really drunk or something.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's definitely helpful. I feel there are definitely more comics now getting sober too, which is good. The culture's kind of changing. I know there are a lot of comics in Chicago who are getting sober, and it's cool because it's I feel they've started normalizing taking breaks too from drinking.
I bet Carter's not.
Oh no, Carter is not sober. No, dude. I got so unbelievably high with Carter the other day.
Yeah.
This was so embarrassing. It was right when I moved to Chicago too. I had just gotten back. Or no, this was okay, I remember now. It was in July. I had just gotten back from family vacation. It was my first day back. And I had a show at Red Room Comedy Club with him. And he was like, do you want to go smoke weed? And I was like, yes, I would love to smoke weed. Because I also, when I'm in the city, I don't have my car. I leave my car in the suburbs with my parents so that I just take the train because, it's, easier. So we got super high. And, I cannot talk to people when I'm high.
Yeah.
If I'm too high. And I also am, a lightweight.
Was it after you went up?
Yeah, I had been up. Thank God. I had to have my set by then. But it was, right at the end of the show. But I left my stuff inside, and, I took, 3 hits of a joint. And I was, wiped the fuck out. And so I was like, I gotta go home. Yeah. And at one point, I was just staring straight ahead while Carter was talking to me. I was like, I need to leave. And then I went home, and I live above a Taco Bell.
Yeah.
So I went to get Taco Bell because I was high. And then I saw another comedian there with his secret girlfriend that he didn't know that I knew about. Because I guess they were having some secret relationship, but I know both of them. And then my friends were yeah, they're dating. And so I saw them both in there, and I was just hi guys. It was so uncomfortable. And then I found out later that while they were hanging out later, they were about to go to sleep, and the guy started laughing, and the girl was like, why are you laughing? And he was like, Hannah was so high.
Yeah.
And I was like, oh my God. So yeah, I got very high with Carter the other day.
Yeah, that'll happen. Yeah. One time, I went up to Chicago, and me and him hotboxed my car with a joint in an Aldi parking lot, and a K9 unit of cops came by. We rolled the windows down to let the smoke out, and right when the cops came by, all their dogs started barking out the window, and he was like, dude, you gotta get out of here. He was so scared.
That's insane.
Yeah. And later, I'm pretty sure that same day, that was when me, him, and Rand went to the Laugh Factory for a showcase that night, and he got fucked up off red wine. There he was drinking glasses of wine, and then we smoked more, and we were driving back to his house, and he was like, oh my God, dude, I'm gonna throw up in your car. I was like, we're on I-90 right now.
That's
you
insane.
Can't I was like, we can't stop. There's no way I can pull over. So I just went 90 miles an hour to his house.
Oh, that definitely. Did he end up throwing up?
No.
Okay, that's good.
He made it to his yard, but yeah, it was
That's
it was
awesome.
a pit bull. I was like, dude, I just fucking bought this car. You cannot throw up in it.
Dude, I remember the first time I ever met Carter was at the Cleveland Comedy Festival, 2 years ago, because I was 20 at the time.
Yeah.
I remember I was like, oh my god, I've heard so much about you, because like everyone would always be like, you should meet Carter, like you guys are the same age.
He's so funny.
He's like awesome. He like knows people at Oberlin, I guess. So like we like met and we both got so fucked up.
Yeah.
And I was like, he told me, he kept joking. He was like, I'm gonna drive home, and I was like, no you're not. No you're not. And then he disappeared. I was like, where the fuck did he go? I called him. And he and my friend Brian in Cleveland are like on stage at another open mic. And they're like, Hannah, talking to the microphone. And I was like, where the fuck are you guys? And then like the next morning I woke up and there was a picture of my friend like teabagging him in his yard. And I was like, all right, well,
naked?
Whatever. No, clothes on.
Oh, okay.
But I was just like, all right, well, that was an experience. And so, that was a fun time.
Yeah, I really miss him.
He's a cool dude. I'm glad he's in Chicago now. I'm glad a lot of like Ohio and Indiana people moved to Chicago.
Yeah.
I think it's continuing to happen, which is cool.
Have you met Jake Smith?
Yes, I have.
Yeah,
he's very
cool
nice.
guy.
Very cool.
Yeah, he opens for Dan Soder sometimes.
Oh shit! Okay,
Yeah.
I love Dan Soder.
Dude, him and like after this past year, like the best two people I've seen in person are Jeff Asmus and him.
Dude, Jeff Asmus is so fucking good. He's so good.
He's so quick.
He's also like really sweet. Like he came to Hilarities when I was in Cleveland, and I was like, hey, like you're one of my favorite comics. Like because we had done a show at Laugh Factory together like once, like a while ago. And I was like, I did the show with you once. Like you're really funny. Can I please get a guest spot? And he gave me a guest spot. And then he was like, we were talking in the green room, and like Simon was hosting for him, and then my friend John Armstrong was featuring, and it was like so pleasant. And he was like asking me about college. Like he was just like very sweet.
Yeah, he's very sincere.
And I love his podcast too. Like it's so
with Alex.
Yeah, it's so funny because I've met both of them in person, and like I've like talked to like Alex, not like a whole lot, but like we've like hung out in like the Laugh Factory green room, and like he's given me comedy advice. But I'm just like, I'm listening to this podcast of people that I've like met. Like this is so weird.
I know, isn't it weird?
It's so strange.
Yeah.
But it's so
cool. Weird now, like hearing them talk about people that we know.
Yes.
Like one time Chad Daniels gave Alex Schubert a shout out. Have you met Schubert?
Yeah, I love Schubert.
Yeah,
we almost moved to Chicago together. He was almost a part of my apartment, and then it ended up falling through.
Dang.
But he's cool.
Yeah, he actually just gave me a lead for an apartment in Cincinnati.
Fuck yeah.
Shout out to
Schubert.
But yeah, like he did a guest spot for Chad one time, and then Chad gave him a shout out on his pod. I was like, yo, I know him.
That's so sick. Yeah, that happened once on Jeff's podcast, because I was listening to one of the episodes, and John Gasper is like a Chicago comic, super cool dude, and he was one of the guests. It was like, nice. I've done this man's show. Like I know him. I've gone to a barbecue with this man. This is so weird.
Yeah.
It's so funny.
Rand got to do Stuff Island with Chris O'Connor and Tommy Pope.
Dude, that's awesome.
Yeah. Have you watched that Tires show?
Yes, I love Tires.
It's pretty funny.
It's so good.
Yeah.
I've seen it twice all the way through.
Oh,
I love it. I love Gillis. He's so funny.
I have trouble keeping up with shows like that.
Mm-hmm.
TV shows. Like I'm all about podcasts and sitting down to listen to those, but something about TV shows, man, it takes a lot in me to like sit down and watch something all the way through.
It depends on the vibe I'm in, because I always I like putting on like YouTube videos and TV shows in the background when I'm like doing my makeup or something, and that's like the only thing I do, like pretty much, but I love it.
How long does it take you to do makeup?
Like 20 minutes.
Okay.
I've like gotten it, because I learned how to do most makeup from theater, but you have to do it so quickly sometimes because I run late to things. So I'm just used to doing everything very quickly.
Okay.
Like yesterday, I got to the hotel at like 5:30, and I had to be at the venue at 6:30, but it's like 15 minutes away. And I got my makeup done in like 15 minutes, and I had time to like have a snack. Like it was awesome.
Yeah, that's a whole other dichotomy of life.
Yeah.
For women. Or anybody that wears makeup.
Mm-hmm. I always forget that guys just don't do that.
Yeah, like brush our hair.
It's crazy. Like you guys like just like go places. Like it's like you don't get like today. I'm not wearing makeup now because I was like I'm tired and I'm, like no one's gonna see me on a podcast. Like it's whatever. I don't care. I'll wear sunglasses. But it's like I'm always just like oh my god. Like they don't have to do these things. It's so strange.
Yeah. Well, I got 30 views on the last one, so maybe more than 30 people.
Maybe
we'll
more
hear
than
your
30
voice
people.
this time. Yeah, we were gonna record, but
Oh, there's an
Couldn't
ant
find
on me.
this-
Did
Or
I say ant?
video.
Ah. Okay, there it goes. There was an ant on me.
What do we have? What do you have coming up? Besides the stuff this weekend, Hannah's doing the Columbus Comedy Festival. If you guys listen to this when it comes out and you go to that, go watch her at a show.
Yes. What else? I am doing a show. What am I doing? I have so many things, but I never know what I'm doing. I'm doing Roast Battle soon. I'm doing a Laugh Factory show. I'm doing like a brunch show at Laugh Factory, which I'm excited about.
Is Roast Battle at Laugh Factory?
No, Roast Battle's at Zany's.
Okay.
And then I'm doing, I'm going to be in Lance, Michigan on the 31st. Yeah. And then I'm going to be in Omaha, Nebraska in September.
Funny Bone?
No, for their comedy festival.
Oh, okay.
And I'm curious. I've never been to Nebraska.
I haven't either. Yeah.
I'm
guessing
it's
like Indiana and Ohio, probably.
Yeah, it's just another Midwest place. I didn't know where Nebraska was until recently. I thought Nebraska was where like Kentucky was. It's underneath Iowa.
Yeah.
I didn't know that
You
at
thought
all.
it was south?
I didn't think that it was attached to Iowa because I like Iowa. I'd never considered that, and so I'll be in Nebraska.
Okay, hopefully you get there.
I will get there. And then I'm headlining like a small venue in Iowa City in October.
Nice. Yeah, so you have some headlining dates coming up.
Yeah,
That's really
I'm excited.
Cool.
I just started like headlining more, and I really like it. It's fun.
Yeah.
I'm headlining tonight for possibly 6 people, which will be interesting.
You got
I'm
this.
so curious to see how that'll go.
Do they want you to do like 30?
I have no clue how long. I'm assuming I'm doing like 20 to 30, which is like, because I've done shows in the area before, and they're always like, because it's in Canton, and I don't know why, but every time I've done a show in Canton, it has been one of the most fun shows of my life, because they're just like with whatever, like they're very chill people. Mm-hmm. So I'm hoping that's what happens tonight, is that more people show up and then it's really chill and fun.
Yeah.
But yeah, so those are things I have coming up.
Cool.
What do you have coming up?
Nothing that important. I have the Crosstown Comedy Festival tomorrow night.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, so if you're in Cincinnati, please come to that. I need as much support as possible to move on to the finals. And Bridget put me on a show.
Oh,
at the Brass Monkey. Have you done anything there?
I have not done that.
Okay, cool. It's like it's me, her, Dan Seabury, Sam the girl that was on the show last night.
Which girl?
Before you. The black woman.
Oh, Bianca?
Bianca. No, it's not her.
Okay.
I got them mixed up.
That's okay.
My bad. Now I look bad.
Now you're racist.
Now I'm racist. Oh
now
my
you're
God.
Racist
right at the end of the episode.
Right at the end of the episode. Oh, I'm going to be in Cincinnati soon. I'm doing... Yes, I'm doing the Comet. And I want to see if I can get a guest spot at Go Bananas, so I might harass everyone there.
you don't need to harass them.
Okay. I won't harass them.
If you come from out of town and make your presence known.
Yeah, I'll just say, pretty please, let me have a guest spot. I'm there October 19th.
Unless I'm working the door, then I get the guest spot.
Boo. I think you should let me get the guest spot because I'm driving from out of town.
What if they give me the guest spot and you go up?
I don't even go up. I just sit there and watch.
I tell you to go up. It's like you're me.
I am you. I just like dress up as you.
I've told people at like bucket open mics that I joke around that I would do that. Like if I don't get pulled, just go up.
Hell yeah. Yeah. I think you should assert your dominance. Honestly, you gotta.
I have to get my reps in.
Yeah, exactly. I have to let me go on stage.
Yeah. That's another reason why I kind of want to stay in Cincy. I feel like if I move to a bigger city, it's going to be harder to get up on stage, especially like since I haven't gotten any club work yet. Yeah,
it kind of depends. Like that was like the nice thing about being in Cleveland was you just get like so much more time. Mm-hmm. I think it's a good thing to like driving because you get more time in like other Midwest cities.
Yeah.
But Chicago rules. You can get up so many times in a night in Chicago too, which is like the best. Yeah. Would you ever go to a bigger city?
I really want to move to New York eventually.
Okay, me too. I don't know when though.
Yeah. I just love it.
It's
love
so
being
cool.
there.
I want to visit again because it's always like fun. I visited once and did a couple shows there, and it was really fun. And then I want to go back.
Yeah, I did one club open mic, and I met like 15 people.
Yeah, it's so many people there.
Yeah, there's a lot of people like around our age too.
Yeah,
that are starting out. I feel like in Ohio, it's like a lot of people in like their 30s and 40s.
Yeah,
start.
Well, it's like I was like one of the younger people in Cleveland.
Yeah.
And it's very that's the one thing I do like about comedy is I never know how old anybody is.
Yeah,
so I'm just friends with like anyone, and then one day they're like, I'm 38. I'm like, oh, no, you're not. You're my age. What do you mean?
I think that's a big reason why I miss Carter is, I mean, there's still like people that just started like around my age there, but like, yeah, I feel like I'm in like a sea of like middle-aged people sometimes, so.
But it's fun to be, I
really
kind of
cool.
like the younger sibling energy of comedy.
Yeah, I think it's helped me mature a lot.
Yeah, it's like nice to be surrounded. It's like also like, it's nice because you kind of like get people that like take you under their wing and are like, I'll help you with this thing, and that's like nice.
Yeah. So, yeah. I think that concludes everything. You got the show in Canton tonight. You have the roast battle at Zany's coming up.
Yeah.
Columbus Comedy Festival all weekend. Hannah, Belmont, you got so much going on for you, and it's only going to get better.
I hope
great.
so.
It was great talking to you.
Great talking to you.
I appreciate you for coming on.
Thank you for having me.
Yeah, it's always up, guys.